Good morning. Yesterday we discussed the first two gifts that God gave us. The one being freedom of choice, and the second one being the thought adjuster or mystery monitor. We discussed yesterday just how important the mystery monitor is in making sure that we have the prospect of living forever. We discussed how the thought adjuster and our guardian angel come together in the resurrection halls to make sure that that you continue your life in heaven. They make sure that when you're resurrected, or when you have been awakened from your sleep, that it's actually you that has been awakened, and your identity and you as a person is kept intact. I find it kind of difficult to explain it in a way that you might understand, but if you watch my videos, everything will become clearer to you, because when I first found the truth, when I first found this book, or actually it was written in papers, there's over 150, I don't know the exact number, way over 100 papers. These papers were all written by angels. How I know that they were written by angels? Because of the research that I did. I had a burning desire to know God. I wanted to know the truth. So, in my many years of research, looking at every possible aspect of life and other religions, their practices, and what they had to say. And when I read these papers, I was able to recall all the things that I researched, and the more I read, the more I was convinced that these papers were indeed written by angels, not by men, by angels. As we talked about in the first, or in the last video, we talked about the thought adjuster and how God gave it to you in and around your 5th birthday, and how the thought adjuster plays a part in making sure that when you pass over to the next life, that it's actually you who passes over, and when you're resurrected, your thought adjuster confirms that it's you. But your thought adjuster is very, very much more than that. Your thought adjuster, as we discussed, is a piece of God. And this is an important fact that you need to know. Because this thought adjuster is part of God, God knows everything that you're thinking. He knows your intentions. He knows where your heart is because of this thought adjuster. Now, you can deceive me and everybody else, but you can't deceive God, because God gave you a piece of Him. And that thought adjuster, which is a piece of God, communicates with God 24/7. So God knows everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking, and where all your thoughts and intentions are, and where your heart is. You see, when I interact with you, all I can do is react to how I perceive you are as a person. When I make a decision on whether I like or dislike you, or whether I agree or disagree with what you're saying, I do it guessing your intentions, and hopefully your intentions are true. But when you are speaking, although I might not know your true intentions, God does. So, usually when people know that other people are listening, they say the correct things. But you have to know that God is listening to everything that you're saying and doing. So, God is evaluating you on a daily basis and watching your growth through the thought adjuster. And if your intentions are true, if your motivations to say, love your neighbor as yourself, to appreciate God for the fact that He is your Father, and that He created you out of love, and He wants to give you the opportunity to live forever. If you understand all those things, then you understand that truth, when you speak the truth always wins out. The truth protects you. It's a shield. Because even if man was to take your life away from you, as long as you're speaking the truth, God will make sure that you live. Because you see, the body you now have is just, you could look at it as a spacesuit that you can take off and become another person in heaven. So, when you understand that this life, although our life expectancy here is only 70 or 80 years, this is not the end. you have the ability to live forever. And that thought adjuster, if you make the choice that you want to do your Father's will, and you want to see your Father, finally see your Father, then you and that thought adjuster are one day going to fuse together. That thought adjuster will never leave you. You and that thought adjuster become one at some point in time. When you make the decision, when you decide that you want to live forever and do the will of your Father, that's when you and that thought adjuster fuse together, and you will never ever be separated again. You become one with that thought adjuster. And if you think about it, that thought adjuster is a piece of God, so you're actually getting a piece of God, a God within you. When you fuse, right, then you become a God, because that's what the God, the thought adjuster is, a piece of God. So you see, your Father in heaven loves you so much that He gives you a piece of Him and gives you the option to join Him in heaven. And He's waiting for you to make a decision. You see, all these things in life, all the decisions we make as a human, right? The quest for money and a roof over your head and food and your political aspirations and everything that life involves, these things are only temporary. The tribulations that you go through in the course of this very short life, these are things that are temporary. And it's the decisions that you make along the way that form the person you are. You are creating a personality of yourself. It's a unique personality that no one ever will have. It's unique to you. No personality is alike. Maybe similar, but not alike. And that's what you are doing in this life, forming a personality. The decisions you make, the things that you say and do, you're forming the personality or the person you are. And God is watching, waiting for you to see the truth. So with that, I know I've talked a little bit, and we'll discuss it further tomorrow in the next video. But for now, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. You have a nice day.